The fun part about time travel stories is that as much as I keep saying that don't do it, a part of me wants them to do it because obviously I want to see what happens. Every time travel story needs a point where they fuck something up and then they need to start figuring out how to fix it. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Link Click. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Link Click. Hey, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Link Click. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. What? What just happened? Must have been the wind. Welcome back to Link Click, episode 4. We are back with some more time travel shenanigans. Things are heating up. Black-haired kid, white-haired kid, they're doing their thing again. The black-haired kid definitely doing the bad thing again. Again. What am I talking about? Well, recap time. Come. Let me tell you a story. Well, you see, last episode, the crew took a job to, I believe, go back in time to help this guy with his regrets. I'm guessing they didn't intend to change anything necessarily, but maybe talk to some people to like change this guy's past very slightly, in a way of saying things that he didn't say back in the past, and this time, you know, maybe saying certain things that needed to be said. But at the same time, they intend to not, or they intended to not change anything. Up until the black-haired kid decided to just say fuck it, and then just change everything. It was a basketball game that they needed to lose. But unfortunately, the black-haired kid has a lot of pride in his basketball ability. I mean, I don't know if he did it because he wanted to change things for the better for those people in the past, or, I mean, maybe he just let himself get carried away. Who knows? Maybe a bit of both. It definitely feels like we're going towards a storyline where the black-haired kid just keeps changing time, and eventually I think we're gonna run into a situation where he'll see the consequences of his own actions. Maybe the white-haired kid is gonna be like, hey, look what you did, and show him some bad consequence of changing time. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
The world inside a photo is the past. Anything you change there will usually warp space and time, with one exception.
And what's that?
The timeline is made up of important nodes. You might accidentally alter something before one of these points, but you're in the clear if the critical event still happens. History will play out as it's supposed to.
I believe Steins Gate had something kind of similar. I'm guessing in this case they're trying to say that history, or the past, it kind of works on top of almost like a checkpoint system, right? Where as long as the big events still happen, nothing will really change, you know? And I'm guessing in this case, the big checkpoint is them losing the game, right? So it doesn't really matter like what you do around the game. You can kind of change and, you know, wiggle things around, kind of change small things, but winning the game, that's a no-no. Right? I'm guessing that's the big checkpoint that they need to hit. If they don't hit that, they don't lose this game, it's gonna be bad. Now, the other question though I have, why does the white-haired kid know about this and not the black-haired kid? Why is the white-haired kid telling the black-haired kid this? Right? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Because only the black-haired kid can go back in time. So I would think that he's the one who knows these effects of time travel. He's lived them, he's experienced them, because he has the power. But, I mean, who knows? Actually, now that I think about it, hang on. The white-haired kid, something's in my eye. The white-haired kid, okay? If he has the power to look at a photo and see the 12 hours after the photo was taken from the point of view of the person who took the photo. I mean, no, I was thinking like I was wondering if he can somehow change the past with that power, but he can't. At the end of the day, he can't, like, he can act in the present based off of that information, but he can't actually change the past. The only one who would be able to is the black-haired kid. But yeah, I mean, they made this three-pointer, which means they take the lead.
The most horrible day of my life. I failed a friend, missed my first love, got in an awful fight with my mom.
If the important node is altered, everything after that is changed, rewritten.
That's cool and all, except how do you tell? How can you know what is the you know, the important node? Is he saying node or note?
If the important node is altered,
Node. Okay.
everything after that is changed, rewritten.
But yeah, how does he know? How does he know what is the important node? Uh-oh. That's a yikers. That's a uh-oh right there.
Hey, dude, are you okay? Come on, say something.
What the?
All right, pictures. That'll kill time.
No flash! Turn it off!
What's going on here? What?
Offensive charging from Long Yaw. Blue, did I change the timeline?
Everything after that is changed, rewritten.
Wait, what did he say? Did I miss something? Did I misunderstand something? Everything after that is changed. So there's an important node, and then everything after that is changed. So, okay, if I'm understanding this correctly, winning or losing the game was the important node. The end of the game was the checkpoint. The checkpoint that needed to happen, that had happened in the past previously, was that they lost the game. And everything you do after the checkpoint, everything you do differently after the checkpoint will change things.
As long as the node isn't altered, future stays the same.
Blue? Hey.
As long as the node isn't altered, the future state is the same. Okay, so yeah, so there's a checkpoint. As long as you don't alter this checkpoint, you can kind of do whatever you want to a degree, I would imagine. You know, I mean, if you go around starting to kill people, I think time will be like, hey, dude, fuck you. But you know, as long as you don't fuck with this checkpoint, this important node. But if you do, then all the changes that you've done will start affecting things.
You still there?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you good? I think that wind might have overwhelmed the poor guy. Game like that blow anyone's mind. Shinshou, don't touch me!
Cap. I'm sorry. I need some space.
That's not good. That's really not good.
No, don't! There you are.
The client wrote his wishes on a note. Chao Ling misplaced it. I think I found it. Look at you, all worried for a change. Honestly, it's nice to see.
Wait, was this some kind of lesson?
I wish I was that clever. You did just rewrite the ending of the game. But the big node? That's still unchanged.
Okay. So that wasn't the big node. Okay. I mean, they gave me a scare.
They won't tear it down since we won, right?
Yeah, well, hate to tell you this, kid, but today didn't matter. They already planned to
Like I
tear the
said.
place down. It was
Like I said last episode.
In the end,
This game matters nothing. It doesn't matter. Them playing this game and them like trying to prove to the school that, you know, we have a basketball team here. Like none of this matters.
It'll be incredible. Imagine? We're going to be so much more legit now. I can't wait. Yeah.
maybe I should tell them the truth now. That way at least I can break the news softly.
You've barely even begun. Don't forget your mission.
I'm just delivering messages. Shouldn't be too hard.
Sure.
Snuck off to play basketball. basketball again when you should have been studying, didn't you? Oh gosh, what happened?
Who
to your
the fuck
mom?
is this
Don't
girl?
tell me.
I'm writing something down. Hang on.
Sisters get to guilt their older brothers.
You're not learning anything playing that dumb game, and you.
Oh,
certainly
hey,
don't
look,
learn
it's
my
the
mom.
Emoto.
That girl is our client's first love. She's also the subject of our second mission.
Yeah, I figured it was her given the way his body just reacted.
You on my brother's team too?
Given how my body
Wait,
reacted, I
recognize
wonder
you.
how.
How about that? They got trashed while I was playing.
For real? Were you on the court today or fighting? Because one of you can barely see and the other's got a busted knee.
Okay, that's enough lecturing. I swear, you sound exactly like your mom. Oh, hey. How about a picture, huh?
A picture? What, was today that good?
Yep. And a happy day is worth remembering. Now you two, smile with the ace, sis.
The what?
You should have seen this guy earlier. He was a dunking master.
Impossible, he's basically my height.
Well, yeah, I guess I kinda killed it. Learned it from watching cartoons.
Hey, watch yourself.
I mean, I'm thinking about the nodes, right? I'm thinking about the big node. Because, like, he said, things won't really change as long as you don't change the big node. But at the same time, I suppose, yeah, I'm guessing things won't really change as long as you don't really go against, you know, what really happened. In other words, it doesn't need to be a big node for things to change. I don't remember what he said when he was explaining it. He said something about, like, fucking up the time-space continuum or something, right? I'm guessing if you change one of the big nodes, then, like, shit can get really bad. But otherwise, as long as you don't do anything, like, really, really obviously different, the present won't change. Maybe small things like, I don't know, just small things might change with small changes like this. But overall, it won't really affect the present. I suppose, yeah, it's a question of how much does it affect the present time. Changing a big node would change the present a lot, most likely. But changing small things like how you act or what you say in any given situation, any random situation, it doesn't really matter. It won't change much for the
He
present.
wants that picture.
Take the photo.
You nerd. Get over there and smile.
Hover hand, hover hand.
Don't
Don't
even
ho-
hand down.
1, 2, 3. Team can't see.
Always hover hand.
Finally
Always.
home.
Thanks. You were a big help.
Oh, no prob. He barely weighs a thing. See you guys later.
Not so fast. Hey, welcome to the road, yeah?
I'm guessing he knows? Yeah. Okay.
Her feelings are written all over her face. How could he have possibly missed that?
What's the big note then? We don't know. The audience, we don't know whether or not this guy got together with this girl or not. Right? Straight up, we don't know this. I assume they didn't. Like Black Hair Kid just said, how did he not pick up on it, right? Which means, I mean, they probably didn't get together.
What am I supposed to do?
Do you know much about my family?
Sure. Sorta, from what your brother told me.
Yeah, well, he's my half-brother. My father wants me to move to the city with him, so I can study there after the high school entrance exam. What do you think?
Hey, line. What should I say?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. This is kind of what I thought. This is kind of what I was talking about last episode. Why are they even going back in time for this? Why are they doing this? Because at the same time, right, I'm guessing this guy, the guy whose body we're inhabiting, right, gave Mr. Liu, like, a note of the words that he wants them to relay to the girl in the past. But what if those words will change the past too much? Because, like, what's the point of going into the past to give messages to certain people if not to like change the present. Because like if this message, if these words change her, because I'm guessing that's why they didn't get together, because he probably said something along the lines of, well, follow your dreams, or you know, like go to the city or whatever, you know, like, and that's why they didn't get together, because she moved away. And this note probably is like convincing her to stay or something, which would completely change the timeline, because she stays, they get together, and now he's not as depressed in the future. That's totally changing the timeline. Okay, I guess they're not even gonna show what is being said. I guess I just went onto that tangent for no reason.
Pinky promise.
Huh?
Yeah, you got it. I promise.
Ooh, are they doing some loophole stuff? Like maybe the note was to make a promise for the future? Like, oh, let's meet in this location 10 years from now, and then get together again. Or maybe not to get together, but like, let's meet for coffee or something 10 years from now at this location. That could be a loophole. That's a good way of doing it. As I said, using the information in the past to change the present, not to change anything in the past. How long has it been already?
Lou?
I'm guessing it's the
Was it
same
really
day.
okay to tell her something like that? Don't you think that promise will screw up the timeline?
No,
Okay, yeah.
the future won't change unless the critical note does.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they most likely made some sort of promise, like, hey, let's meet 10 years from now in this location.
Right.
But what is the critical
You say
node?
it's cool.
You were supposed to be studying.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? That's great. Perfect. You keep it up and you'll turn out just like your father. Kitchen, right now.
So much food. There's just us two. Such a waste.
That's not true. Your father might show up. He never warns me, and then blames me if there's not enough to eat. Better to cook. In case he decides to come home, you know?
I'm guessing the mother is the last one?
Don't get distracted by the meal. You still have to fight with her.
I plan to work in the city anyway. I could get a job there. And study, of course. That would...
Then go! You know where the door is. I know both of you would rather be there than here at home. Never mind your poor mother. I'll live. Ever since your dad left to work for that tabloid, I never know where he is. He doesn't call. I mean, he could be dead for all I know. For years, he spent his days taking photos of other people. But when was the last time he took one of his family?
I don't want to say anything that'll hurt her.
Then finish the job quickly.
And you're sure repeating after you is okay?
Don't worry. The eventual result won't change no matter how this argument plays out.
I mean, classic deadbeat dad, you know?
Something seems off. Is that really all we needed to do for this mission?
Messages are delivered. Our job's done.
Can I at least stuff myself? I worked super
What's the
hard.
critical node? Can't be so simple. Could it really be that simple?
Nothing beats a homemade dinner.
Thanks.
It's
Better have
too...
saved room for some noodles.
It's too quiet. I feel like, you know,
Mercy, please. I'm bursting here.
center of the storm type of shit.
Sorry, it's impossible. Gotta run.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. Today is the 12th of May. You know, your father's birthday. We have to celebrate with birthday noodles, even if he's not here.
Wait, what year is it?
What? Are you feeling all right? It's still 2008.
What? What?
The news. There was
was a big earthquake. It killed a bunch of people last night, and I don't know what to do. Were my mom and dad caught in it? What if they don't come back? What if I never see them again?
Black-haired kid. Black-haired boy. Okay? Listen to me. Okay? Right now. Listen. Listen closely, okay? Just because it's 2008, and it's maybe just before the big earthquake that killed your parents or whatever, do not call them to warn them or anything like that. I swear to fucking God, bro. If you... Oh my God. Oh, this is bad.
Hello? Earth to Shao. Are you alright? Say something.
What? Why is he freaking out?
Get out! So that's it.
Come with me, son.
The reason you let me change things. It doesn't matter what I tell them because they're all doomed. They die in the quake.
The timeline is made up of important nodes. You might accidentally alter something before one of these points, but you're in the clear if the critical event still happens. History will play out as it's supposed to. The timeline is made up of important nodes. You might accidentally alter something before one of these points, but you're in the clear if the critical event still happens. History will play out as it's supposed to.
I could be wrong, but something is inherently wrong with that explanation. It hasn't hit me yet, but something is wrong with that explanation. And I'm not sure what exactly, but something is. History will still play out as it's supposed to. Supposed to. I suppose it comes down to the question of fate, right? What is fate? Is the past the same as history? No, actually. A lot of people think that the past is the same as history. It's not. Because the past is literally the past, right? Earlier in the timeline. History, however, is the past plus any alterations to the past. In other words, history would be like...
big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
You could have changed the past a million times. History would be detailing how the past happened and then it was changed 100 times, a million times. History would include all the changes, whereas just the past does not, right? The past is just the past of this specific timeline. My point is that knowing how history is supposed to play out, I mean, how do you know that? I don't think you would be able to, because you changing the past could mean that was a part of history, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of like probably hard to follow what I'm saying, but my point is that I don't think even Mr. Liu can tell if the present time is the way it is because they went back in time and changed something, or the present time needs to change because that was always a part of history. Hard to explain, but...
Right?
Pinky promise.
Yeah, you got it. I promise. Listen to me, Auntie. You have to stay here, okay? I'll be back later.
Huh? Hey, what'd you call me? Auntie?
Stop this. You can't save them. They are already dead. Come back now before you make a terrible mistake. Listen to me. Death is an important node that must not be changed. No matter how hard this is, you can't alter their fates. The chaos that would cause. Think, damn it! The future that we now know could completely disappear.
Man, I'm on the edge of my seat here. They keep teasing me with this shit. The fun part about time travel stories is that as much as I keep saying that don't do it, a part of me wants them to do it because obviously I want to see what happens, right? I want to see how they... I mean, every time travel story needs a point where they fuck something up and then they need to start figuring out how to fix it. But yeah, I mean, okay, he said that death is a critical node as well. Changing death can have massive consequences. I am glad that he is actually listening to Lou and second guessing himself here. Actually thinking twice. But ultimately, I think that if he does go against Lou's wishes here, then my question is, why hasn't he done so before now? Right? I mean, I want to know when he got this power, because if he lost his parents when he was how old? 10 years old or something in that flashback, and he had that power already since birth, you would think the first thing he would do is go back in time and change things to make sure that the parents survive. That's why, for instance, in Life is Strange, for instance, in that story, the main character got the power in the present time at that moment. She didn't have that power since birth or anything. I mean, maybe she did, but she didn't know that she had it. The point is, when the character got the power does matter. It's hard to explain. I don't exactly know what... I don't exactly know what it is.
The timeline is made up of important nodes. You might accidentally alter something before one of these points.
The timeline is made up of important nodes. You may accidentally change something before an important node, but as long as it's not changed, the important node, then it won't change the present.
But you're in the clear if the critical event still happens. History will play out as it's supposed to.
I think that part, history will play out as it's supposed to. I think that's what I have a problem with. Not in terms of problem as in with the show. I mean there's no way to really tell what history is supposed to be, because history could also include them going back in time and changing something. For instance, at first, the parents died, right, up to present time, and then they went back in time, or, the black-haired kid went back in time, decided to call the parents in the past to change their past so that they now live in the present. All of that whole sequence could have been in history, within history. So saying, history is going to play out as it was supposed to, well, yeah, you were supposed to go back in time and change things. You just didn't realize it. You thought you shouldn't be messing with time, but in reality it could be that history from the beginning included the part where you went back in time and changed something. Well, two questions, I suppose. How does Lou know what is a critical node exactly? And two, how does he know history? Right? I think there are still things that he doesn't know. Regardless, shit is getting complicated. We did definitely, though, get a good explanation of how things worked, and I look forward to the next episode, which I will watch now. But for you guys, well, you're gonna have to wait until the next episode. Until then,